So I made a video on DoorDash throttling tips or whatnot, and I'm hoping that they have just completely stopped doing that, and hopefully that was just a random glitch. I've seen somebody else post about it on YouTube that they couldn't tip, and it said like, there's been an error, you can't tip extra, and all that stuff. And I couldn't tip extra. It either gave me an error or the add tip button after I added a tip bigger than the suggested was grayed out. But last night I was like, I'm ordering DoorDash. I'm going to see if we can tip extra. And I probably tipped more than I should have. But at the same time, I do live a decent amount away from the store, 10 miles plus. So yeah, I like to tip a decent amount more. I did tip just the suggested to see if it would take a while at night, and this store does tend to be late often. And yeah, it was late. I figured it was going to be, but like the one thing and maybe I should talk about it on this video, if your order is late and taking forever and you do, you tipped a certain amount, and you want, I think DoorDash should totally have it to where you can increase your tip. Like they should have had that long time ago, where if an order takes forever, then you can slowly but surely increase your tip until it gets picked up, instead of just, being all on DoorDash, because they have to, well, they're not really increasing much anymore at all, but still, they could have easily had it. Your order is taking a while. Would you like to increase your order, your tip total by $1 or etc.? It wouldn't be that big of a thing to do. But anyways, so yeah, I tipped $4.50, which was suggested tip, and yeah, it was taking a while. But the one thing you can do, and that I did, because I knew it was going to take a long time, figured it might even take up to 40 minutes or longer. The only thing you really have to do is you talk to support. It does say support cannot match you with the driver. This is true. Support cannot match you with the driver. But I have had them either double up an order with another one that's out there to get my order picked up, or they've just like increased the pay a little bit to make sure it gets out there, or re-put it out there. I'm not even sure what they do. But seriously, I've talked to, usually what I do to get them to do that is I say, it's taking a while. I want to go ahead and cancel my order. I've got other things to do. I don't want to wait for this order to take for, so long. Usually when I say that, that's when they go ahead and do it. If you just say, my order's taking too long, or taking a long time, can you get it to go faster, get me a driver? They're just going to tell you, no, that's not possible. But if you tell them you want to cancel because you got things to do, then it seems to spawn them to get that order out there for you. But it's always a good idea to tip more than suggested. Seriously, like the highest suggested tip should be double, if not triple, most of the time. Anyway, so yeah, so I went, sure. First it was $4.50, and then I went to $21, and the button was, it says done now. So they've obviously updated the app, and it doesn't have how they had it. They don't have it how they had it before, because it didn't used to be that way. It had like a accept button or something like that. So now they have a done button. And then I went to, I clicked done, and my dasher got the tip. I made sure also. I wanted to make sure that I didn't tip, that extra 21, because initially my order was only $15 after everything, because I used Dash Pass, and I even tipping, the top tip amount, and then with all the fees and everything, it came to only $15.48. I also used my 30% off for if you're a dasher, you do get 30% off once a week, at least if you're top dasher or platinum now, I should say. You get 30% off, so I got that. And I had a decent amount of saving. So yeah, I saved the $3 there, saved the $3 service fee. It was only 66 cents for the service fee. Saved $3.93 for my discount. Man, I think is there stuff on the camera lens? Anyway, so yeah, and then got the discount. Dasher tip added before checkout was $4.50. Dasher tip added after checkout was $21. Actually added this time. I couldn't believe it. So, which is kind of weird that it changed the pay. I don't even get this. What my payment is. One is $20.68, and the other one is $15.48. Interesting. So it makes my order pretty much exactly. Well, it turned a sub sandwich, a foot long sub sandwich that I only initially paid $15 for, into $35 or $36 for a single sub. But whatever. I like to take care of my Dashers, and especially it's the convenience of coming this far out. I want to, I always make sure that my drivers are taken care of like I would want to be taken care of if I order. I can't complain about people not tipping though, because if everybody tipped like me, nobody would order. So that's the thing. I don't order DoorDash every night because I tip as well as I do. So that is one way you got to look at it also. A lot of, if I didn't tip that much, or if I didn't tip at all, I'd probably almost order DoorDash every night. And you do get more, convenience, more orders that way. And if there is a lot of orders out there without that many Dashers, they do increase pay. Hardly anymore though. They used to have peak pay all the freaking time. Anyways, yeah, I messaged my Dasher, which I meant to block out his name just in case. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. I don't think it really matters since it's such a common name, but still. Oh, what the heck? I can't even mark it up because the name is above the markup. Why did they do that? I love freaking, let me mark up above. Whatever. I don't even know how to use this app. Let me just do this. I will crop it out. That's the easy way to do it. Anyway, so yeah. I didn't have the first message that I had for some reason. But I said, did you get the tip? Blah, blah, blah. And he said, I did. Have a wonderful night. What the heck? It cut it off. I didn't mean to cut that part off. Is there a way to revert? There we go. I did. Thank you so much. Man, I don't know how to use my iPhone. Holy crap. Alrighty. Anyway, so yeah, he said, I did. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. And I said, awesome. Great to hear. Welcome. Thank you for delivery. My order, and you too. I just like to make sure DoorDash is actually paying my driver, as I have had issues in the past. Have a great night. So, at least it makes me feel a little more confident that I might be getting, bigger tips occasionally again, because seriously, for the longest time, I didn't see, I've seen one $10 tip recently, which did kind of make me feel like, oh, maybe I'm going to get tips back again. Because for the longest time, the biggest tip that I received for 3 months was only $5 for an added tip. And I used to get $20 tips plus occasionally, at least once a month. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to make a quick one. I'm exhausted. Didn't really have much in mind, but figured I'd just talk about that. And I did get through day 18 of accepting everything. I think it's day 18, right? Let me see. Yep, I got through day 18. It was a little bit better than yesterday. Well, it was kind of like yesterday for a bit, but I don't know. I think tomorrow I'm going to put on a new rule. I'm still going to accept everything, but we are going to put an extra almost challenge into it, almost to see if it changes anything. I don't think it will. I think I'm probably going to lose more money, but it might work because tomorrow should be a decent shopping day and the next few days should be. So what I'm going to do is anytime I get an order, even if it goes way out away from the store, I'm going to in-dash, and then I'm going to come right back to whatever, store is closest, or at least, whatever Safeway is closest. And I'm going to sit there. Well, I'm going to check for Instacart first, because we're going to still be doing Instacart. I still got to make money. I'm not crazy. Not completely crazy. And then I'm going to turn on DoorDash and see what order we get. And I'm going to do that order. And then I'll come right back to the store. In dash, come right back to the store, or at least stay close. And I think, I'll stay in town, and anytime that I get sent out of the area, so I think that'll be the rule. I'll stay close to the store at least, and then or at least in town, and then I don't know. I'm talking about this tonight. I probably should have been talking about this in the video tomorrow. I'm gonna make about day 18. Anyways, yeah, we'll probably do that. Bye for now. Please thumbs up, share, comment, subscribe. I already said that. Oh my gosh. Bye, guys.